smelly, ugly losers is what I would say if I was a nasty man, but I'm not. I'm Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic Wrestling. You are
Andrew Hodkinson from Cultaholic Wrestling.
And these are our Money in the Bank 2023 predictions. It's live from London. We've got a few people going down from Cultaholic, but we are going to be here to entertain you, hopefully, with our reactions. How are you feeling about the show?
Feeling good. I think it looks like a bloody lovely card, young man. What about yourself?
It does. And I'm looking forward to being crowned the first ever Cultaholic WWE champion, because it was a tie last time, bit of a nightmare. Didn't work out quite as we planned. Anyway, time for predictions. We are going to kick things off with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. In there, we got Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, Bayley, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. Who have you got, and why?
I am going for Little Miss Io Sky to win this match. I feel like she is a fan favourite to win this match, and also, from the reaction she got at Backlash, I feel, and we all know Triple H is a big fan of Io Sky as well, I feel like that has given her a little bit of a push. It can also sort of further develop the disconnect between Io Sky and Bayley in this situation, as well as Bayley's in this match too. I'm going for Io Sky. She's going to win it and then hopefully go and beat Asuka up, because that'll be a good old match. What about you?
Yeah, it will be a good old match. I'm going for the disconnect angle too, but different women involved. I'm going to be going for Zoe Stark here, right? Because I think there's a bit of, there's a lot of value, in fact, in having Zoe Stark be the one to hold the briefcase as Trish Stratus's underling. A little bit of jealousy creeping in, perhaps. So it's quite easy to do, I think. You have Trish and Becky take each other out with some bonkers spot, and then Zoe Stark sees her opportunity, ascends the ladder, grabs the briefcase, and then she holds it over Trish Stratus for a bit. And I think that could be quite good value. But if I were to go with my heart, I want Io Sky to win as well, because she totally deserves it. But yeah, I'm going to go, it's an out there choice, but I hope it serves me well.
And next up in singles competition, we have the son of a plumber, Cody Rhodes, versus the son of a masked man in Dominik Mysterio. Who are you going to go for, Adam?
Eddie Guerrero didn't wear a mask. I am going to go for Cody here, because I think it's daft to bet against Dominik. But I will say, with Rhea Ripley out there alongside Dominik, anything can happen. But this would be Cody's third loss if Dominik did win. Obviously, he's lost to Roman, he's lost to Brock. I don't see Dominik Mysterio being that third man.
No, me neither. And that's why I think we see Cody win here as well. You were saying we could see surprises and that, or the Brandy Rhodes could come out and level the playing field there.
Brandy Rhodes could come out. I don't think Brandy Rhodes is going to come out.
No.
What, to lead to a match with Rhea Ripley down the line?
Well,
if Rhea's getting involved, then Brandy comes out, bang!
Rhea's been getting very involved in this whole little scenario, so I guess to level the playing field a lot, because she's helped in helping Dom get cheap shots in on Cody and everything. I don't know. It's something that could happen, but I do believe that Cody will win this one. His momentum between the stuff that's happened with Brock sort of up to now has kind of got a little bit weird, I feel like, for a lot of people, and I think we need to sort of roll that momentum forward onto SummerSlam, where I imagine we get the match with Brock Lesnar, the third match in that trilogy.
Get something proper going, right?
Yeah.
This is a stopgap feud, it's fair enough, but I don't think many of us expected Cody Rhodes to be feuding with Dominik Mysterio at this point. No disrespect to Dom, one of the best heels in the biz.
He is, absolutely is.
Cody's winning.
He's winning.
Next up, the WWE Intercontinental title is on the line as Gunther takes on Riddle. Who have you got and why?
One of them. He's one of them, isn't it?
Thank the Lord. I thought you were about to go down and have pigeons fly about or something.
No, I'm going to go for Gunther. I don't think Gunther's losing it just yet. We've heard reports of there being like a big upset happening at this pay-per-view, maybe multiple big upsets, but I don't think this would be one of them. I feel like WWE want to continue Gunther's reign and beat the Honky Tonk Man's reign as well, and that's like the only, I don't want to say that's the only reason I think he's going to retain it. I think he's just an incredible champion, and I think there's bigger things better things? I don't want to say better things. I think there's bigger things for Gunther on the horizon. However, I don't think he's dropping the title just yet.
It would be silly, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You talk about big upsets. I would be very big and very upset if
You
Gunther
would
dropped the title to Riddle. And I like Matt Riddle. I think he's good, but he shouldn't be beating such a prominent, excellent champion who keeps on putting on these great matches. I think this is going to be a really hard-hitting affair. I think it's going to be. I think we're going to see some of the MMA that Riddle.
Some of the MMA in Riddle. And that was the thing at Clash at the Castle last time there was a big pay-per-view over here. The hard-hitting matches, I think, were the Riddle and Seth Rollins one and the Gunther and Sheamus one as well. And I think those two coming together to slap each other's baps is going to be fantastic, Adam. I can't wait.
Spot on. Both go Gunther, yeah?
Yeah, Gunther. Next up, for the Women's Tag Team Championships, we have Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, the champions, defending against Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Who are you going to go for, Adam?
I think it would be daft to bet against Shayna and Ronda in this one, wouldn't it? It's good to see Liv back. Welcome back, Liv, but you're going to lose.
Yes.
I've not really got much more to say than that. I'm not enjoying the women's tag team title scene. I rarely have enjoyed the women's tag team title scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see them dropping the belts.
I think you're absolutely right. I feel like it'd be weird to hot potato the tag titles again just so soon after Ronda and Shayna have won them and also combined them. Yeah, unified them. And yes, it's Liv Morgan's first sort of big match back since her injury, but I don't think that's a good enough reason to give her the win in this one, unfortunately. I feel like Ronda and Shayna could definitely be the ones to hopefully elevate, we've said this years at this point, haven't we? To hopefully elevate the tag titles.
Give up hope. Honestly, give up hope.
Into something special.
You'll be a more happy WWE fan if you just give up hope.
You're right.
And just don't think about any of it. Just watch the pretty colours, you know?
Which is what I enjoy doing all the time. I enjoy the pretty colours.
Ronda and Shayna.
Ronda and Shayna, yes.
Next up, the WWE World Heavyweight title is on the line as Seth Freakin Rollins defends against Finn Balor. Who you got and why?
Oh, I was really struggling with this one.
Yeah?
But ultimately, I've gone for Pow Pow Finger Guns Ad Man.
No way.
Mr.
Mr.
Swing Balor. I've gone for Finn Balor to win this one. We've been hearing reports today about perhaps some big upsets, as I mentioned earlier, happening within this pay-per-view, and I think... the part of me is like, would it be a big upset if Finn actually won this? Because Finn more than deserves it. He's more than capable of winning a world championship. But I feel like, I guess the upset would come from Seth losing it so soon within his reign.
That's it.
But I believe that sort of the promo that Finn did on Raw last night, on Monday when this goes out, was phenomenal. It was really, really good. Harkened back obviously to how Finn Balor lost the championship at SummerSlam. Well, sorry, he won the championship at SummerSlam 2016, had to relinquish it the next night in that match against Finn Balor. He got injured. I feel like it's going to parallel. This match is going to sort of parallel that a little bit, and it's going to be Seth the one who's working with a really bad arm, trying to get through the match. But then at the end of the day, I feel like Finn is going to absolutely capitalise, win the belt, rightly so as well, finally get that moment that was stolen away from him those 7 years ago at this point. And we know that WWE are very, very high on the Judgment Day at the moment too, so why not throw another world title into the mix of that lovely stable right there? Who are you going to go for?
Imagine all of them having something, except for Dominik, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
We'll get to the men's Money in the Bank, but imagine Damien with the briefcase, and then Rhea and Finn with world titles. We had written Judgment Day off. I find that really interesting to ponder now because, like, it was stop-starty to say the least, wasn't it, with the Judgment Day?
For a while.
It was a bit rough. It's good to see them coming into their own. I'm not a fan of a big new champion losing very, very quickly, and this is too soon for my liking for Seth to drop the title. I want to see Finn Balor with a world title once again. As you say, it was cruelly taken away from him. It was really, really rough, and then although he's floated about the world title picture a few times since, he's obviously never held one. I just think the timing's off. I think Finn should do it, but he shouldn't do it at Money in the Bank. Maybe you run it back at SummerSlam. Maybe you run it back at SummerSlam. Have Seth win here, and then Finn does it at SummerSlam, so it's not quite as short a reign for Seth Rollins, the still new World Heavyweight Champion. So I'm going to go for Seth, but I don't think it's the last time we'll see these two compete, and it wouldn't even surprise me if Finn Balor is the man that steals that title away from Seth Freakin Rollins.
Next up, we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and in that match, we've got Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, Butch, Damian Priest, and Logan Paul. Who are you going to go for, Adam, in this one?
LA Knight should win this. He is on fire right now. Totally deserves it. A lot of people, seemingly WWE themselves, didn't think that LA Knight had it in him. They were going to make him a manager, or they made him a manager, in fact, for a brief period. Because he's 40. 34 at the moment. It's all right. I've got time. DDP did it, right? Yeah. So, I'd like to go for LA Knight. Yeah. But I think WWE's marketing department would just love Logan Paul to carry that briefcase around, because he is one of the most watched people in all of media, as depressing as it is to say that. Logan Paul is such a big deal, and if he's doing all of this press, he pops up all over the shop. If he's doing all this press, imagine him there with a big WWE branded briefcase, which is why I think they might put it on Logan. I'm going to make a call here. I'm going Logan, right? But there's going to be even more support for LA Knight as a result. People are going to be mighty peed off that the silly YouTuber won the briefcase, and they're going to get behind LA Knight. There'll be a groundswell of support, as if it wasn't already there. There's going to be a groundswell of support, and they are going to eventually strap the rocket to LA Knight, because they won't be able not to, right? It's going to be D-Bry all over again, right?
You make some very good points, and do you know what? If LA Knight wasn't part of this match and Logan Paul was, I probably would have also said Logan Paul, because I guess it's beneficial for WWE to have that briefcase go out there and get more eyes on the product. But because LA Knight is in there, and because he is the hottest thing since toast these days, I guess. I was going to say sliced bread, but I guess the bread, if it's hot, would be toast, wouldn't it? With butter on it, and that is what LA Knight is. He's toast with butter on it. It's all melting. He's melting in the palm of our hands and in our ears and our eyes, because we enjoy watching him on our TV. And I feel like WWE have done this before, right? Someone, as we've seen before with Daniel Bryan and everything, we've had someone who is super hot and they've gone, nah, we're not going to do that. But then eventually they do, they have to listen to the crowd. They don't have to listen to the crowd, but sometimes they do. But I feel like they would be very silly not to strike while the iron is hot with this one.
I agree.
Really
they would be silly, but that doesn't mean that they won't do it.
But I am believing in the Fed good, after all. I'm believing in the Fed, and I think they will put that briefcase firmly in the hands of LA Knight.
But Logan can put his Prime in there, and then he takes the Prime out and drinks it, and it's all in shot. You can just picture it.
That sounds
You can
horrible.
picture it. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
Like a
LA
wine
Knight,
box.
go on, just do it. Just like a wine
Like
box.
a wine. Do you know when Brock did the boom box?
Oh yeah.
The Prime box.
The Prime box.
Yeah. Right. It's Logan Paul. No, LA Knight for me.
Logan Paul. Sorry. And finally, in what we assume will be the main event, it is the Bloodline Civil War, as Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa take on the Usos. Who have you got and why?
I feel like I've been a silly Billy once again. and I'm going to go for the Usos to win.
Wow, okay, right.
I'm going
think
back.
dumb.
Maybe I am thinking too much about this whole big upsets happening at this pay-per-view, and I've kind of let that cloud my judgment quite a bit.
In every match,
every single match that's happened. But I think that one of the planned ones could very well be this, and I could see Jey Uso getting the pin on Roman Reigns.
Oh no!
And then maybe rolling
it
to SummerSlam for an actual one-on-one title match. Main event Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Big match, title on the line, but Jey just can't get it done in that match. I think something could happen with Solo Sikoa could take the pin in this match, but I think the bigger upset would be Roman Reigns getting the first pinfall loss in a very long time at the hands of his cousin.
Yeah. It's a tough one, isn't it? Yeah. Apparently they're going through rehearsals right now, and they can't decide between two endings to this match.
Oh man.
It's rough. It's really rough.
It is.
My thinking has let me down once with regards to the Bloodline, and that is that you do not bet against Roman Reigns.
Oh.
It's failed me one time. It's not going to fail me again. I'm locking it in. I'm going for Roman and Solo. And this could play out in any number of ways. And that's what I just love about this whole bloodline storyline that has been going on for so long. And just when you think, oh man, I wish they'd move on to something else, they grab you right back in.
Do you know what
They're so good at that.
Do you know what I hope they do now that you've been like, oh, they like decided on an ending for this? I hope they release a DVD and it's got different, you choose your own ending and you can choose whichever way it goes.
Like the New Day thing on Netflix with The Undertaker.
Yeah, but we'll just do it for the Bloodline stuff and it'll be a fantastic, we can see it all play out in different ways.
DVDs are hot right now. Seriously,
Just
all
like
I
LA.
hear, I'm scrolling TikTok and it's just DVD content. That's all the kids care about now.
Cassettes, also, you can have anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Roman and Solo because it's done me well 95% of the time. But you might be right. You might be right. I can't figure it out, and that's why it's such compelling television.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out over the coming days and perhaps coming weeks. We've got loads and loads of content. Obviously, we've got people heading down to London for Money in the Bank, so there's some really special stuff coming. You will have to wait and see what is on offer, but we're very, very excited. If you see anyone from Cultaholic down in London, say hello. They're all lovely. They're all lovely. And yeah, we'll see you live on Saturday evening, BST. I don't know what time it is.
It's a black time in UK, isn't it, and that?
Yeah. So we will see you there for live reactions, and we're going to tug.
We're gonna tug. Bye, everybody. Join us for a tug.
Come on, have a tug with Cultaholic.
Come on.